What's up, y'all? It's your girl Chanel from Complex to Simplicity. Happy Wednesday, midway into the week. Hopefully you had an amazing day. Today, I feel like I have a lot on my chest that I need to, as the ladies from the daytime talk show, The Real say, caw. I feel like a lot of what I want to talk about is around self-awareness. I posted on my Instagram page for the website, which happens to be at complexedsimplicity09, a little thought on having self-awareness and how important it is, because self-awareness affects how we make our decisions, it affects how we interact with each other, and a myriad of other things. And I find myself often seeing that people in general, and even some of my loved ones, really lack self-awareness, may not understand who they are, may not know who they are, may not have figured out why they make the decisions that they make, why they move the way they move, why they have certain habits that are toxic or not helpful, so to speak. Maybe they often have conflicts in their lives, can't really own up to their wrongdoings, can't really say they're sorry, a whole host of things. And to me, it's just something so simple that I feel like we all kind of need a handle on. When I think back, I'm like, well, how did you kind of become self-aware, Chanel? I feel like I was self-aware from a very young age, and I think that a lot of that is attributed to my childhood and how my parents raised me. I had the kind of mom who was going to definitely hold the mirror up and not just like let you live life blindly, especially if there were things that she felt I needed to fix or improve, or my mother, stomach growling. My mother would absolutely, be like, no, you need to work on this. I'll never forget. I think this was when I first started working my job that I'm currently at. It's been about 13 years, y'all. This was probably within my first 3 years of this job. And I had just, moved out on my own, was living with a good girlfriend of mine at the time. And my weight was like steadily increasing. And my mom was like, listen, you need to get a handle on this. And I remember it feeling like, ooh, because weight is a very sensitive topic for most of us, but it actually was what I needed to hear. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. It's not like I started losing weight right after that. I had to go through my own journey, which came several years down the road. Let's say my mom and I had this conversation when I was like 25, 26. I didn't start my weight loss journey until I was about 30, turning 31. And so everybody has to arrive at that on their own. I always say that. But it still was something I needed to hear. She planted the seeds, so she did it in a way that was very real. It was very raw. It was very blunt. But I still knew and felt that it was wrapped in love. And she was coming more from a place of my health, and wanting to get a handle of my weight in my 20s as opposed to waiting until I was way older. And thanks be to Jesus, I was able to, on my own, at some point in my early 30s, get a handle of things to where I changed my lifestyle and I work out often, which most of you probably know by now. And so I say all that to say that I grew up with a mother who was going to be real. She wasn't gonna just let my brother and I act a fool out here without being like, yo, here's the mirror. You see this? This needs to be fixed. And this is why, And I also have to give credit to my dad as well, because, my mom didn't parent us alone or parent me alone. My dad was there the whole step of the way. And so I grew up in a household with parents who were real with one another and who were real with my brother and I. Us as children, us as teenagers, us as young adults, us as approaching middle-agedom, right? And so I will always be grateful to my parents for that, especially my mom, because it's helped me to be a self-aware person in these streets. I think that that's I know that this is a very important thing. And what kind of baffles me at times is my peers. I'm going to be 35, Lord willing, in July. And people my age and older than me and a little younger than me, I still see really struggle with being self-aware, knowing why you find yourself in the kind of relationships you find yourself in, why you find yourself in some of the friendships you find yourself in. Why is it that when it comes to your career, and we're all, no judgment, we're all trying to kind of figure out career or get to where we're trying to go, but I know people who will kind of just not put in the work, or not even try for maybe more reasons than one. And then you have others who may be the other extreme, workaholics, and like really only giving way to their career and not leaving room for anything else. People I know and love who are in domestic violence situations. Like, all of this stuff also has to do with self-awareness. Yes, self-esteem, self-worth, but then the next one is self-awareness. Being aware of yourself, being aware of your choices, aware of where your self-esteem lies, where your self-worth lies, aware in your behavioral patterns, aware in how you respond and react to the world around you, including the people around you. Like, it's very important to know this, So I just had to put that out there. Like, please, folks, let's really start getting to the root of why we do the things we do, why we respond the way we respond, why we make the decisions for our lives or we make the decisions that we do for our lives, Is it something that may need more assistance, like a form of individual therapy? Is this something that you can kind of try to help yourself to get better at or to wean yourself from? I know a lot of people who recreationally like to use substances. Why? Is this hiding in any pain that you're dealing with? Is this what helps you to cope with what life throws your way? Like, I think it's time for us to really, really, really start getting to the bottom of all the gook and muck that happens in our lives. It's very easy to know the things we're great at and the things that we do amazingly well, but it takes a special kind of skill set to be able to be like, yo, I suck at this and I need to get better. And how can I get better? Where can I go to get better? You know what I'm saying? To get stronger, to be more equipped, to be more healthy, and I just find myself being so annoyed with social media. These days I feel like I'm really only on social media to promote complex simplicity, to help empower, encourage, and give thought-provoking moments to folks out there. And to be honest with you, in some ways, I feel like even my personal social media, I have to keep that going in an interesting way to even attract people to complex simplicity. Most of it is for complex simplicity. And call me a narcissist, but I find myself more on my own page, than anyone else's. If you come up on my feed, I'll scroll, I'll try to show love and support to the people I know and, with celebrities that I follow. But for the most part, I'm more so on my own page. You know how some people will just troll and stalk? I'm on my own page. And really, maybe it's because the things that I post obviously would interest me. And maybe it's also just to kind of continue to develop or devise how I can really get complex simplicity out there. You know what I'm saying? And so, real talk, I'm not that person, even to my own loved ones and friends' pages. I'm not going on your pages or their pages and looking and stalking what they're doing. I'm like that more so with my own page. Like I said, call it narcissism, call it what you want. But for me, it's more of business mind. That's what I'm thinking when I'm using my social media. And I like to encourage other people who are trying to be on their entrepreneurial tip or to build awareness about whatever it is that you're doing. Please even try to make your pages make sense, with what you do. So I'm an empowerer, I'm an encourager. That's a huge part of my movement. I like to have these thought-provoking, candid talk moments, right? So a lot of what I'm gonna post on my social media for my website has to do with that. I love music. You may get music clips or dance clips. I love fashion. I stopped doing it, but I used to post a lot of pictures of my own outfits, right? So I tried to do things that made sense for the brand and movement that I'm building. And then of course on my personal, it's just my interests for the most part. But please try to have your social media, if you're doing it, using it also for entrepreneurial reasons, make sense. You know, I know a lot of talented people out there, but I feel like there's not much thought put into what they're posting on their social media. If you want the world to know about you, if you want the world to kind of have an understanding of whatever it is that your expertise is and what you do, please have it make sense with your social media. I know I went off topic there, but that just grinds my gears when I see some very talented people that I know and love, you know, but their social media is not really helping their cause. Like, let's be strategic and intentional with what we're posting. But anyway, back to the topic. But yes, in social mediaville, internet land, as I often call it, it's so easy for everybody to get caught up in that and the smoke and mirrors of it all. And for me, I just get so annoyed. So today was the great Maya Angelou's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. I must have seen about 20 celebrities wearing the Phenomenal Woman t-shirt. Now, when I saw the first 3, I was like, oh, that's dope. But by the time I saw like the 20th person doing it, I'm like, are y'all getting paid for this? Because this is like getting whack. I feel like everything is a bandwagon. Everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon and do what everyone else is doing. Sell flat tummy tees, wear Fashion Nova. Like, come on. Is anybody trying to be innovative, creative, and original out here? Like, it's just crazy to me. And once again, I tie that in with self-awareness. You know, call me crazy. I already know with my niche, however you pronounce it. I already know that it's a certain kind of person that will be attracted to what I do, right? And so with that being said, I'm not trying to be like everyone else out here. Even when I'm pinky in the braining it, meaning trying to plan to take over the world, project complex simplicity, here we go, right? I'm still making sure that I'm staying true to me and not trying to do what the masses are doing. Now it's a huge thing where everybody wants to teach you how to be a great blogger, vlogger. Everyone wants to now charge you to pay for these online courses and tutorials to know how to get your following. I hear that, but it's like, just be your damn self and the numbers will come in time. I want the right kind of readers, watchers, tuner-ins, whatever you want to call it. I hate to call people followers. Like, I just want the right tribe, so to speak. I don't want fickle people. People will follow and unfollow me every day. It's fine. The people who stick, those are the ones that I want. The people who really are about what my movement is about. Not people who just want me to follow them back. Not people who just, you know, are like, this was cool. I happen to like this particular quote or this particular video clip, but it's too positive for me. That's fine. I want the people who really will ride out with the movement of complex simplicity. And I just want to encourage you all out there, please stick to who you are. This is a huge part or extension of having self-awareness. Let's stop trying to do what everybody else is doing, how everybody else is trying to do it. Like, it's so corny, it's so whack. I found myself not even posting today. Normally I post daily for my complex simplicity on my Instagram page, and I try to post maybe every other day on the Facebook page, you know, but today I just was over it. You know, I got lost in work, was real busy doing a lot of things, and came home, watched my shows, wound down. Like, I was over it. You know, I might have got on a little bit when I came home, but when I got on, I'm annoyed. Like, another thing I'm seeing, I follow a lot of celebrities, more than everyday people, right? And this goes for them and the everyday people, because I'm just over this. Now, I'm someone who loves to travel, right? In the process of my husband, myself, and my parents booking our next trip, our next vacation this summer. Very excited. When we take vacations, we leave the country, right? We like to do this. We like to vacation well, you know, but I'm not in the business of being away with my family or just with my husband and stunting on the gram. Like, for what? Now, I will share my pictures when I get back. Anytime you see me sharing pictures of my vacation, and these are for those that know me, your girl's been back for a couple of days at that point, or at least a day at that point. When I'm away, I'm away. That's my time to unplug, unwind, be in the moment with my loved ones, not to be sitting up here taking photo shoots and being on Instagram and social media, Snapchat and Facebook. I'm away. I'm enjoying my life. It kills me when celebrities do it. Kills me when people I know do it. It's like, is this your hugest moment right now to like want to stunt and show everybody where you're at, what you're wearing, how you're vacationing? Like, that is just so corny. So whack. Enjoy your life and then maybe share afterwards. But like, do I have to have my timeline with all of you and your whole family or whoever on vacation while you're actively on vacation? Like, and it kills me that the celebrities do that. It's like they're so afraid to unplug. What, do you think you're gonna lose your followers? Do you think that you're gonna lose, you know, your clout or whatever kind of numbers you're trying to get? Like, enjoy your life for a week. If people really rock out with you, you being MIA for a week ain't gonna be a problem. Give them the heads up and enjoy your life and unplug with your family. Like, to me, that must be so whack. You're away with your family, but you're on your phone the whole damn time. Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? You're on Instagram. Why the hell would I care about what anybody else is doing if I'm somewhere in Jamaica, by the way, which is my favorite island to travel to? But why would I care? My husband and I were in the Bahamas. That was the last trip we did. Now, yes, I bring my phone to take pictures, but I'm not on social media. I'm enjoying my time with my husband. We on the beach, we're laying by the pool, we're drinking our drink, we're eating that good food, we're seeing shows, we're dancing, excursions, whatever you want to call it. We're having the time of our lives. And even if it's just us sitting down and talking or laying in the bed and talking, like, that is so worth it than me sitting up here being on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and all that, Twitter. Like, for what? Help me understand. Maybe for me, it has to do with my self-awareness, but I know what's real in life and what's important. Social media is not important. It's very helpful when you're trying to grind and build your business. For some may say it is important, it is a necessity. I'll give you that. But it's okay to unplug and live your life away from social media. Like, why do I care what people think about me, especially if I don't know you like that, or we don't kick it like that, or we ain't friends like that? Even if we are friends, it's but so much I'm gonna invest in what you say or what you think about me. I'm like, I only care about what I think about me, what God thinks about me, what my husband thinks about me, and my immediate family. Like, that's as far as it goes. And even then, I set my boundaries. You know, I have the final say, aside from God, as far as what I think about me and what holds weight, you know? Let's just be more self-aware, y'all. I'm so over it. I'm so concerned to see the direction of where we're continuing to go with the social media trail. Don't get me wrong. I see how it's helpful. It helps to make people money and to help families in that way, put money in people's bank accounts and pockets. I get it. But when I think about the psychological stigma from it, I feel like it's turning everyone into huge narcissists. Now, I know I joke around and call myself a narcissist, but I am not a classic, as far as the DM4 or 5, wherever volume we're at goes at this point. I am not a classic narcissist, okay? The world does not revolve around me. I recognize that. And I'm probably more, or just as much, if not more, into helping others. And so I play around when I say I'm having a narcissistic moment, but I'm not a classic narcissist. So, but I do feel like social media can make us all classic narcissists if we are not careful. It is not the real world, folks. It is not the real world. Invest and spend time in your real world with the people who really care about you and want what's best for your well-being in life. Invest in that. Let's all unplug and stop being so attached to our phones. And I'm talking to myself just as much right now. Relationships. When you're out for dinner, phone should be down. That's one thing I can honestly say. I'm not on my phone when I'm having dinner with my husband, when we're in the house, when we go out, when we're date night, whatever. Like, be in the moment with your loved one. We don't know how long we all have on this earth. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all these social media accounts should not be what takes up our day-to-day time all the time. Like, sorry, but that shit is ridiculous. Like, let's stop. Please, let's stop. I think I'll stop rambling now. If you don't get anything from this, let's just be more self-aware. Continue to rock out with your girl by heading to complexsimplicity.com. I do have another surprise under my sleeve coming for you. I should be announcing it between the end of this month into May. Look out for it. I think this is going to be a dope one. Thank you so much, and until next time.